Hello there. After a long time, I felt like a degenerate out of nowhere. This is what happened in these past few weeks that made me feel like a degenerate again. And this one, and some of the lessons that I learned from this experience that you can learn from me. So stick around. This is what happened. Let me tell you a story. About 2 weeks ago, it is really recently, right? Just a few days ago, out of nowhere, I actually started watching porn again. After a long time, before that, it was about 1.5 months, and before that, it was 5 to 6 months ago, and all of a sudden, I'm actually watching porn again. Perhaps it is due to the reason that it's something related to my fetish. Perhaps I found some kind of weird fetish that I have. I'm not going to reveal it. This is going to be too explicit. But I do think I actually found something in myself that made me feel like a degenerate again. After a long time, once again, I started watching porn again, and I obviously, knowing what's better for me, knowing that I have a purpose, I took actions to quit it once again. I felt like a beginner once again, trying to quit porn. And unfortunately for me, I knew how to live an extreme dopamine detox lifestyle long before this, starting to quit this porn, masturbation, video games, stuff like this. Actually, I know how to quit it. And I took actions as well. But this is what happened. 3 days into the porn, and I recovered from it. And this time, unlike before, I did something different. I diverted my attention from porn to video games. This is the video games is an instant gratification activity that I genuinely enjoy. Video games, reading visual novels, perhaps anime, because visual novel is similar to anime, but a visual novel is just reading and imagination. So I liked visual novels. Video games and visual novels are my biggest instant gratification activity that I genuinely enjoy. That is actually the second thing that I quit when I wanted to live an extreme dopamine detox lifestyle. First, it was porn because I hated porn with all my guts. So it was actually easy for me to quit it. And then I stumbled into video games, mainly because of this beast PC that I built, that I'm proud to build after 2 years of hard work, literal hard work and studies that got me this PC. I'm actually really grateful for that. This PC is where I edit all my. This is the PC that I use for editing. Like, see, look at this one. This is the one. I remember making this video about this, right? I remember telling the specs for this as well. So I use this PC for the editing. But unfortunately for me, when I wanted to quit porn addiction once again, I used this. And I used the power of this to play video games once again. And that's how it all started. I was actually able to quit porn addiction. I was actually able to beat porn really easily. And that's why I'm actually proud of that. Because I hated all my guts. It is actually easy to quit. But video games and visual novels was tougher. Because it is something I genuinely enjoy. Because that's why I always use the video games and visual novels as my entertainment only on the Saturdays and Sundays. And during the Monday to Friday, all that I do is make YouTube videos, do editing, do the video editing, not much, just unfiltered, unedited videos. I just edit it so that I can remove some unnecessary sentences, and then script writing mainly, and then researching on how to build a YouTube audience. Like anyone, if you're watching right now, you're my YouTube audience. I genuinely love you so much. Thank you very much, bro. If you're watching this far, because I really care for the value that I give to the world. and I'm actually really proud that I give value to this world. We can actually turn this video into a genuine, positive gratitude journal kind of a video as well, to just list out the things that I'm grateful for, and then the things you can learn how to be more grateful. We can turn it into this, but this is actually the Storytime Saturday, so that's why I'm continuing my story here. I'm actually grateful. I'm actually grateful that I have a lot of things that I actually care about. I'm actually serious about building YouTube. Even for studies, even for college studies, I actually am really, really serious about college studies as well. Because for colleges, I want to study artificial intelligence and data science kind of things that are trending right now. It actually piqued my curiosity a bit. I actually wanted to learn that. And also animation, drawing, arts. It was kind of two totally different things. So I was actually having a hard time which one to pick. But still, I was able to make decisions. And I actually found something that I want to study all along. And for the thing that I want to do every single day, it is this YouTube video making. How to grow on YouTube, make money on YouTube with audience, grow a genuine loving audience that I genuinely support, and the audience that can support me. This is actually really mutualistic relationship. Even though it's paranormal, it's a relationship. I don't know you, you don't know, you might know me, but I don't know you. But still, you're one of my audience. I love my audience. I care about my audience. That's why I post value. And I'm not lying here. Because some people say, don't lie to yourself. You don't really like your audience. Personally speaking, my criticism for the audience that are watching me, well, it might be because I'm boring, or it might be because your attention span is too low, but my watch time isn't going up at all. I'm out there posting really valuable things that I think it's going to be life-changing for some people who watch it fully. And some people are just watching it for 30 seconds or 1 minute and then just click off. Honestly, it doesn't really make any sense for me, because it may be because I have a long attention span. Whether I'm bored or not, I still watch it anyways. That's how I'm built. I don't know about you, but I really hope you watch these videos fully, because I'm really posting some valuable content over here that I genuinely think is going to change your life for the better. You perhaps may already have changed your own life without me doing anything, but still, I wanted to provide a lot of value to this world. I wanted to be more creative. I'm actually creative as well. I wanted to be creative. That's why I chose YouTube. Because in YouTube, many people are using their creativity and talent to succeed. And also people out there who use their knowledge and the things they learned from the learned wisdom, education, that also wins on YouTube. That's why I choose the education niche, because I'm good at it. I'm a student mindset guy, but I also like to teach as well. I like to teach what I learned from my own life. I also like to teach what I learned from other YouTubers. I also like to talk about the things that I learned on a daily basis. Like for example, these 2 weeks, I've learned that I loved video games and visual novels. That's why I kept it in 2 weeks, weekly once or twice during the weekend. That's what I learned. And also what I learned is that extreme dopamine detox is what I want to do every single day as well. From Monday to Friday, it makes me feel like a genuine Chad when I do that. I was able to be in control. I was able to choose when I want to be entertained. So it was actually a powerful feeling. That feeling was actually not there in these 2 weeks because I was pretty much just playing video games every single day for these 2 weeks. So yeah, it made me feel less powerful when I did that. Only on Saturday, Sunday, keeping that visual novel and video games gap while doing every single work that I wanted to do without any distraction from Monday to Friday was actually the most powerful thing that I did until now. And from this, the moral of the story I wanted to talk about, sorry for that middle rant. If you've been wondering, I was actually ranting a bit in the middle, so apologies me for that. But the moral of the story from these 2 weeks is that definitely dopamine detox makes you feel powerful. Well, it might actually not be the lesson that you're looking for, in case you've been wondering. But I also realized that nostalgia is also a really powerful thing. I learned another thing as well, which is actually valuable for you. Dopamine detox is also really valuable. I'm not talking about that. That is a common knowledge. Undistracted works makes us feel powerful. That is something you need to be approaching. But the other thing, nostalgia. When playing those video games, I felt nostalgic. I felt like a kid once again. And it is genuinely such mixed feelings, because as a kid I was both a degenerate and a normal kid. I don't know if being a degenerate means a normal kid, so I don't know if I was even a normal kid at the starting. But I do know for certain that video games really do feel awesome if played once in a while. If I play it every single day, I feel I feel less version of myself. I feel like I'm the lesser version of myself when I do it every single day. That's why it's called instant gratification. You do it now because it feels good now, but then later it's not gonna feel good at all. That's why instant gratification is something you do once in a while. And honestly, all of this is just some unscripted talks that I think it's right to talk about, because Storytime Saturdays is something that I do unscripted, because I always go out in the morning, walk out, and the morning cycling out on the Saturdays and Sundays. So I don't really write my scripts on the Saturday video, like this for instance. This is not unscripted at all. I'm just speaking from my heart over here. I'm speaking from the lessons that I learned from my experiences, and a bit of rant as well. If you didn't want to hear it, I apologize. So yeah, it was just, I hope you found this video really valuable, and I hope the lesson that I learned is valuable for you as much as it was for me. It might seem like a common thing, it might seem like a common sense, but trust me, it was actually really life-changing for me, because everything just felt empty when you don't really do things that you genuinely enjoy. Even for work is supposed to be fun as well. Like making YouTube videos is a blast. That's a different thing. That is also a really awesome thing. I actually feel genuinely awesome for making these YouTube videos, knowing that I'm providing value and knowing that I'm providing real knowledge that I learned as well. But apart from that, it is just, you can say, the instant gratification, happiness, and genuine enjoyment is kind of like the 1%, and the entire 99% of your fulfillment and enjoyment comes from the work you do, because you need to choose what you work. You need to do what you love. You need to do it for passion, because there's really no point for doing something you don't like, right? Why are you doing it if you don't like it? Why are you wasting your time on that? For some money? For some superstitious things? What about your inner happiness? You need to do something that makes you happy on the inside. That's why passion, goals, and purpose is really important. You work on your purpose like it's your life. And there are a lot of wisdom in this video as well. Like I At first, I was just intended to make this as a lesson that I learned in these 2 weeks. Looks like there's a lot of lessons that comes to my mind as I'm speaking this. In conclusion, I'm telling you this. You don't have to leave the instant gratification activity that you genuinely enjoy. You don't have to leave the instant gratification activity that you genuinely enjoy. And you remember this, you don't have to go overboard as well. You shouldn't actually go overboard with it. Because that is an instant gratification, it makes you feel shit if you go overboard. And then, another thing is that you need to do the work that makes you most happy. 99% of your happiness and fulfillment and enjoyment should be coming from the work that you do. There isn't supposed to be some work-life balance, if I'm saying it right. Some people say work-life balance, like they say that work is something totally different from life. Why does it have to be that way? Isn't work supposed to be the life? Like, what is the point of life if you're gonna spend your work on something that isn't your life? Ask these deep questions to yourself as well. There shouldn't be any work-life balance, if you know what I'm saying. There shouldn't be any work-life balance. Your work should be your life, and you should be genuinely feeling that as well. Because that's when the work you're doing is true to your purpose, true to your core identity. That is the sign that what you're doing is right. If not, you're doing something wrong. Reconsider your actions. And then last but certainly not the least, I hope you found this video valuable. Really, I genuinely appreciate your support. Like and subscribe. Really, thank you for listening. Really, thank you for listening to my story and rant. I really appreciate it if you watched it this far. Here's an actionable step for you. Now, turn off your device. Once again, think about your own life story. Think about the ways you can succeed. Think things through while staring through your wall. That is something you should be doing every single time, whenever the time you got. And then after that, watch this video next. Get down, get up again, and improve.